What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lamar was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation. I tried to find out if Little Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Get me up in my DMs because I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. Well, hello. What's going on, people? How the hell are you? I am back. I keep saying that every Monday. Y'all, I'll be busy, y'all. I apologize, but it's just a busy span of about 6 weeks. Like, I have about 6 weeks where in the beginning of the year, where every weekend is something new or something I have to do, and I can't be like, oh, I'm not going. No, I have to go. Anyway, nevertheless, I am here. So are y'all happy to see me like I'm happy to see y'all? You know what I'm saying? Listen, let's just appreciate the time we have together. Okay. God, gotta have all of these stipulations around everything. It's gonna be another good show, like always, y'all. It's gonna be another good show, like always. We're gonna have a good time. And then I'm gonna send y'all over. I don't even know if really be having a live today. I know she was coming back home today. So I don't even know if she going live today. Let me put this in the members only chat, y'all, and we can get started. Cause hold on, let me shout out to the members. Shout out to the members. We be having a good time over there. I invite you to become a member. We really have a good time over there. We really do. I promise you, y'all, you'll love it. Especially the new members only chat. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Anyway, y'all, we here. Y'all go ahead and share the video out for me, y'all, please. I ain't got nothing going on in the background. Let me get my life in order, y'all. Y'all see, I ain't even ready. I'm gonna just put this one up for now. Let's just do that. Am I ready? Okay. Um, okay, let's put this up and let's put our girl. This where we at, y'all. This where we at. This where we are. Mm. My computer was giving me grief last week. And I couldn't come back. It was just a whole situation, y'all. A whole situation. A whole situation. So anyway, yeah, I'm so ready to get. I'm so ready to talk to y'all and do all of the stuff that we do. Let me see what color we gonna have today for the chat. Let's do like a navy blue. Let's do that. But we don't want my name there. We could take that out. Why am I talking to y'all while I'm doing this? Why y'all? Why? Anyway, y'all know what we do over here. Let me say hey to y'all. Go ahead and hit the like button, y'all. Press the like button. Share the video out. Excuse me. All of the good stuff. Hey Tracy W. How you doing today, sweetheart? Universal Goddess is here. Sakbase. What is going on, sweetheart? Little baby is here. Mm-hmm. Miss Kiki. Miss Kiki. Kiki. How you doing, girl? What is going on? Little baby is here. C Golden is here. Tamara is here. Lovely True Red is in the building. Green Girl is here. DPG is in the building. Antonia is here. Everybody done came on in the class today. I'm glad to see y'all. China White is here. Cha. Opal is here. Yes, Opal, you got a live, gear. Mm-hmm. Hey, Demetria Boo. You in the clouds? Walking the dogs? Okay. All right, DPG. Montrez, what's good, bro? Hey, Mama Fifi. That's Mama Fifi over there, honey. Looking ravishing as always. It's one of our makeup queens. Hey, Candace F. Spicy Original is here. My husband is here, Cams. Hey, Cams. Harold. Harold. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, Gert. What's going on? Yana is here. Yana, how's our nieces and nephews doing? We need a update. So, Savon is here. Hey, Savon, what's going on? If y'all ready, let's go ahead and get started. It's time for our Black History moment. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's get this party started. We ain't gonna even belabor the issue. We ain't gonna waste no time. We gonna get right down to it. I got to actually pull up my work computer for our Black History moment because I had all my Black History moment information on my work computer because at my job I do during Black History Month. We believes in the DEI in my job. Okay, so I do a weekly little known Black History fact. I give 5 facts on Mondays of every week in a little short video. So I'm gonna give 2 of them from the ones I did today. All right. So in our first Black History moment, we will learn about. Hey, Sharice, I didn't even see you. What's going on, sweetheart? What's going on, beautiful? In our first Black History moment, we will learn the story of James Hemings. Now, you should know James Hemings is the brother-in-law, not brother-in-law, actually the half brother-in-law of Thomas Jefferson, because he was Thomas Jefferson's wife, half brother. Okay. And he was Thomas Jefferson's wife, slave. The Hemings family came under, were slaves to Thomas Jefferson because of Thomas Jefferson's wife, right? That was the part of her dowry were the slaves that Thomas Jefferson received. And that included the Hemings family. Now, one of the older brothers was the half brother of Thomas Jefferson's wife. Okay. He's also James Hemings, the older brother of who? Sally Hemings. Now, people don't know the story, but macaroni and cheese did not come from soul food. Soul food was not a macaroni. Macaroni and cheese wasn't originally a part of soul food. Macaroni and cheese was created by James Hemings. James Hemings, when he was a slave, when during the time where Thomas Jefferson went over to France, this was when they was working out a lot of these peace treaties and stuff with England. Um, Thomas Jefferson goes over there. James Hemings goes with him because James Hemings is one of Thomas Jefferson's slaves, and Thomas Jefferson has James Hemings take all of these. He knew that James Hemings could cook, so he had James Hemings while they were over there for a few years learn all of the learn how to be a chef under the French chefs over there. And what would usually take them about 8 years to learn, James Hemings got done in 2 years. So while he was over there learning, he got he was trying all types of things, all types of dishes, and all types of different things that he would make. One of the 3 things he invented that became a part of American culture in terms of food directly because he worked for and with Thomas Jefferson. 1, macaroni and cheese. That was James Hemings. 2, whipped cream. Whipped cream was something that came from James Hemings. And 3, what we know to be vanilla ice cream. What we know to be vanilla ice cream came from James Hemings. Ironically enough, James Hemings is the person that invents vanilla ice cream, and then they say black people can't eat vanilla ice cream, which led to butter pecan ice cream, but that's a whole nother Black history fact. Anyway, so when they came back, James Hemings had all of these new dishes and things. And as Thomas Jefferson ascends to, as he's in the process of trying to ascend, Thomas Jefferson, if you remember, was the first Secretary of State. Hey, TJ. Hey, Cymera. And he would have dignitaries and John Adams and George Washington, all types of Washington dignitaries, and the who's who in politics and American what would be American culture come over. And so everybody loved his dishes because he was Thomas Jefferson's slave and personal chef. And these things got rave reviews. And he Thomas Jefferson wanted James Hemings. He wanted James Hemings when Thomas Jefferson becomes president. He wants James Hemings to come work for him. James Hemings says, "No, I ain't going. I'm staying over here in Baltimore. Thomas Jefferson asks his friend to go a second time and asks James Hemmings. The friend comes back and says, James Hemmings said, unless you give him some kind of appointment or something like that, he ain't going. So Thomas Jefferson says, well, can you at least teach some of these other people how to cook like this? And the rest is history. He did start to teach some people. He did, and a lot of these foods started to get embedded in the culture in Washington, D.C. And so as it became a part of the food in the area, it started to branch out to other areas. Because James Hemmings would have, different people learn and they would take it to other areas. So that's the story of how James Hemmings influenced food here in America. We have him to thank for whipped cream, mac and cheese, as well as vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream segues us to our second Black History fact. This is Augustus Jackson. Now, Augustus Jackson is known as the father of ice cream. Now, yes, ice cream was invented well before he was born. Ice cream goes back to either the 3rd or 4th century. Most places you'll see say that it was invented in Persia, 4th century. Some people say China invented ice cream in the 2nd century, somewhere, but way back before Augustus Jackson was born. And Augustus Jackson is younger than James Hemmings. James Hemmings, I believe James Hemmings was alive, yes, when Augustus Jackson was alive, but Augustus Jackson was born in the early 1800s. And James Hemmings was already, had already invented vanilla ice cream and all of that. So ice cream was around. What made Augustus Jackson interesting was James Hemmings refused to go and work down to the White House. Augustus Jackson, hey, crazy homebody girl. Augustus Jackson did work in the White House for 20 years. Worked in the White House for 20 years. He was a chef and worked on the White House staff and so forth. When he was born in Philly, though, when he stopped working at the White House in 1837, he went back to Philadelphia and started working. He had a catering company and a confectioner business, and he invented a new way of manufacturing ice cream. He added salt to the ice cream, which helped the ice cream stay colder longer. And his recipe for ice cream did not require eggs. So his ice cream didn't have eggs in it. Hey Ronald, his ice cream didn't have eggs in it. And he added salt to it so it stayed colder longer, which helped with the packaging and shipping because they didn't have refrigeration back then. Not modern refrigeration, I should say. So he and then he started adding flavors to the ice cream. And that helped him make a lot of his ice cream was tasted better than all of the other ice creams because of the salt and because of the salt he added to it and no eggs he added to it and the fact that it stayed colder much longer. So and to this day they still use his techniques for manufacturing ice cream. The ice cream that we eat today is based on Augustus Jackson and his technique for manufacturing ice cream. And there you have it. Those are our two Black History moments of the day. I hope that you learned something in our Black History moments today. I hope that you did. All right. Let's move on. Now that that's done, I can shut down this good work computer. Okay. We can shut this bad boy down. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, It's that time. It's time for me to bring out Larry to help us usher in our sugar spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
I wish somebody help.
Thank you, Larry. So, before we get started, let me say this, y'all. Can we talk? Can we just talk? Just me and y'all, okay? Can we talk? Can we really talk? Can we really just have a conversation? Hey, everybody coming in. I see a couple of people came in. Tracy C and Miss Bay Thing. I know TJ came in. A bunch of y'all came in. Hey, y'all. So can we have a conversation? Miss Shorty B came in. Hey, everybody. Let's talk for a second, okay? Here's my concern. Y'all want to know what my scariest concern right now is? Here it's multifaceted, okay? My concern right now. Let me just make myself. Let me put myself, and then I'll come back to. Here's my concern, y'all. Here's my concern. My concern is that, remember during the election cycle where we would tell these people on the other side, hey, hello, this is happening. If you put these people over there, this is going to happen. And the other people who voted the way they voted had this failure of imagination in thinking that, oh, that can't happen until these people got elected, and now it is happening. But my concern is even some of the people on our side are having this, oh no, that can't happen. Oh, don't worry, that'll be worked out. Oh, don't worry, it can't happen like that. And every time they say that, it happens. These people are holding fast to this belief that Article 3 is going to save them. Article 3 being the judiciary, not knowing that once you start to work your way up Article 3, it eventually is going to end up at SCOTUS. And you do realize that more than half the SCOTUS is aligned with this man. This is the same story, SCOTUS, right? This is the same SCOTUS that even before he took office, even while Joseph Robinette was yet the president, that had a ruling that basically said he was a king, that basically said he had full immunity for anything that he did while in office, as long as it was deemed something that he did in the act of being president. And so there's this, and my fear is, even on our side, there's this two problems I have with our side right now. There's this failure to believe that this thing is as fragile as it is, and that magically some magic savior is going to come and save us all from all of this. And that savior is not coming. And I don't want to be this alarmist, but the house is burning down. And while y'all see, here's what's happening. I'm gonna go with this house burning down metaphor, okay? If you got a nice, big, huge house that's been around for a long time, a lot of money spent into it, you don't get alarmed when somebody say, you know, somebody burning a little corner of the house. You're like, don't worry about that. I got a sprinkler system. It'll handle that. Then they burn another little corner. Child, I ain't worried about that. That thing can't burn this house down. I got a whole brick house over here. My house, this house been here forever. This house been here forever. Ain't gonna burn down. Don't worry about it. And after a while, you got about 30 small little fires. And you still looking at them small fires because you got this big mansion. Like, girl, I ain't worried. Even if it start to do a little something, girl, I'm gonna call I could even if something it's so small, girl. I got a whole water hose over there. I could just spray that shit down with the water hose. And by the time you decide to go to the water hose, you don't realize they done shut the water off. So now you go to turn on your water hose, they done shut the water off. Then you say, oh, I can call 911. You go to call 911 and the operator says, well, we'll do what we can, but the firefighters have been allocated to another area. They may not have time to get there, so you'll have to fend for yourself or see if a neighbor can help you. You go to the neighbor, and the neighbor says, yeah, it's not a whole lot. You pissed me off last summer when your music was too loud and you had all that going on, so let it burn down. And after a while, the whole house is consumed. You ain't have enough time to get your shit out. You ain't have enough time to try and see if you could stop it. By this point, it's a raging fire. By the time you realize that you should have done something earlier, the whole house is engulfed. There's nothing you can do but sit there and watch everything you've built burn to the ground. And right now, we're at the part where they're lighting 30 of the fires. They're lighting 30 little fires all around the house. And everybody said, oh, don't worry about it. We can get that. It's just them little tiny little fires. Baby, that ain't nothing. Not knowing that we're careening down the path to where the whole fucking house is engulfed in flames. That's my first fear. My second fear, and this is for the people on our side. Let me talk to everybody on our side. Those of us who voted for Kamala and those are the people on the left on my side. Especially my people who are institutionalists. My people who are more toward the center and voted for Kamala. Y'all know I'm way off on the left. Here's my other issue. Today is February 10th. In the year of our Lord, 2025. Hey, y'all come to the whiteboard. Everybody on my side, come to the whiteboard because I got a news flash for y'all. Come to the goddamn whiteboard. All my Kamala supporters, come to the fucking whiteboard, okay? If you did not know, here's a news flash. The election is over, sweetheart. It's over. Kamala has conceded. Mama went and moved all the way back to California. It's over. It's been over for a while. Many of you people are stuck in the, oh my God, we lost. Oh my God, we lost. Oh my God, we lost. When this is not the time to be like, oh my God, we lost. This is the time to fucking mobilize. This is the time for people to get to work. This is the time for people to open their eyes and see what's happening and start to prepare and brace for it. This is not the time to keep saying, oh, y'all should have voted. This what y'all, baby, I don't got time to watch your 868 videos laughing at Latinos or Arab Americans who may have voted for Donald John and may be in some type of plight right now. Now is not the time for that. The fucking election is over. Get over it. We're here. And they've started the fires that will soon engulf the entirety of this country. So we have a couple options. We can either start to try to put some of these fires out now, or we can start to prepare. Baby, if anything we could do about it, let me go get all of my good shit out the house while it's still small, and let me go start collecting my things, because this shit is about to burn down, and it's not a whole lot that I can do to stop it because they done shut the water off. But what I can do is I can save the lives of my loved ones and all of those important things that I know I'm gonna need, so we can maybe go to a new house or buy or fix up the house that got burned down. But you people are out here still laughing at Latinos and Arab Americans because of their plight. Over here talking about, we tired. I ain't got time. Y'all should have voted with me. Baby, the shit is over. And if you still living like today is November 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and today is February 10th, not realizing there is a fight to be had, or there is something that you need to be trying to save, baby, you're going to go burning in the house. You're going to burn down in the fucking house. That's my overall message today. I'm just saying, we got to stop this, man, because our people are about to be hurt. We got family inside the house. You do realize the black delegation, we have a whole wing in the house. And when the house starts burning down, our people are going to burn in it if we don't get them out. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a moment. Sorry, y'all. I heard something at the door. But my point is, if we do not wake the fuck up, if you didn't get enough already of making people feel bad about how they voted, sweetheart, enough is enough. We have to move forward. Things are mobilizing on the other end. They are doing shit over there, and we over here trying to laugh at people or being apathetic and saying, well, we just gonna sit down here and not do nothing. And they've started setting the fires. While you laid up on the couch on the 3rd floor saying you ain't got time to be worried, I'm gonna be over here playing my video games. These people have started setting the fires. While you laughing at cousin Raul and cousin Consuela, because they tripped and fell in the kitchen, the fires are being set. And my fear is that we're going to get caught without a plan and be in hell in a handbasket. Okay? Them your cousins, see, Golden. Unfortunately, they all our cousins. I know we all got them cousins that do stupid shit, and we don't want to own them, but unfortunately, that's where you just got to shake your head and look at them like, girl, yeah, them my. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, they is. So this is why, like Samira said, my congressman, my senator, and I got 2 Republican senators. I don't give a damn, okay? Them motherfuckers hear from me. My congresswoman, that have to hear from me all the time because I'm not here for it. Scathing letters, I send, they probably know me by here come El Teddy with another letter. I'm just saying. Anyway, I just wanted to make that point. Let's get to the news of the day. I had to get that point out. God. You're right, Green Girl. They rounded up everybody. It's not, I talked about that a couple weeks ago. It's not just Latino community, it's Arabs, it's Jamaicans, it's Caribbean people, it's African people, all types of people. They don't care. Speaking of the Palestinians and the Arab Americans, I mean, I ain't even got the dossier up over here ranting and raving. Like, why y'all be letting me come over here and rant and rave about stuff? Y'all supposed to keep me focused and make sure that I don't be going off like this on these tangents. Well, y'all's President Donald John, because last week when he made that announcement standing next to Benjamin Netanyahu that America was going to take over the Gaza Strip, people thought, oh, he didn't really mean that. Oh, it really wasn't about occupation. Oh, it really, he just wants to fix it up so that, the Palestinians have somewhere to go. No, he wasn't. And he came out and said as much. The man said that there is no plan for, there was no right of return for Palestinians. When they ship them out of the Gaza Strip to fix it up, they do not have the right to come back. That's what he said. He says that the United States plan to have full ownership of the Gaza Strip. It is what it is. There's no right of return for them. He said that there's no right of return. Baby, when we ship them off to Egypt and Jordan and other places, there's no room for them to come back. There's no more room in the end. I'm just saying. This is happening. This is really happening. We got to move on. In more sugar spiky news, so a federal judge has directed the Trump administration to comply with an order to unfreeze federal funds, federal grants, after attorneys general from several states, Democratic states that is, claimed that the directive was not being fulfilled. In a short order today, U.S. District Judge John McConnell directed the Trump administration to immediately end any federal funding pause until he decides whether to indefinitely block the freeze while litigation is ongoing. The judge specifically said that the withheld funds must be restored, including those appropriated under 2 laws championed by former President Biden. And that's the 2 laws are the Inflation Reduction Act and the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. And those intended for institutes and other agencies such as the National Institutes of Health. Judge McConnell said, quote, the broad, categorical, and sweeping freeze of federal funds is, as the courts found, likely unconstitutional and has caused and continues to cause irreparable harm to a vast portion of this country, end of quote. Now, if you recall, when he remember the Monday after the presidential inauguration, where he put a freeze on all federal funds, he was sued by several attorneys general. The judge said block that executive order and said no, you have to block that. Trump administration and told him no, you have to release these funds. Well, they ain't been doing that. They'll do it for some, but the ones that they don't really want to release the funds to, they haven't been doing that. And these are for agencies, like they say, these are grants that fall under agencies like the National Institute of Health. These are for very important things that help everybody across America. Specifically, he doesn't want to release the funds that have anything to do with the two major bills passed by the Biden administration, the Inflation Reduction Act and the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. What people don't realize is a large portion of the infrastructure bill dealt with healthcare, dealt with not just IT control, but dealt with making sure the infrastructures for things that were essential industries within this country, that the infrastructure for those were in place. So we're talking healthcare, we're talking safety to life issues, and all of those bills had things that fell under them. So unfortunately, they haven't been releasing the money for those grants, even though they were ordered by a judge. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if they comply with it. But the judge has said, hey, everybody coming in. The judge has said, no, you got to release this immediately. We'll monitor the situation to see, because he told them that last week, and they still haven't. We'll monitor the situation. In more news of the fucking house burning down. In more news of the house burning to the ground. So the current administration has fired the top U.S. ethics official and head of an agency dedicated to protecting whistleblowers. This administration has fired the federal government's top ethics official, as well as the leader of the agency dedicated to protecting whistleblowers, the latest move by the Republicans to push out officials in their quest to overhaul the government. Hampton Dillinger, who you see there, filed a lawsuit today claiming he was illegally removed as the head of the Office of Special Counsel, which is responsible for protecting the federal workforce from illegal personnel actions such as retaliation for whistleblowing. Also on Monday, the U.S. Office of Government Ethics posted on its website that this administration had removed its director, David Huetema. Dellinger and Huetema were both confirmed by the Senate last year to serve 5-year terms. Their removal comes as this administration is testing the limits of well-established civil service protections by moving to dismantle federal agencies and push out staffers. Huetema said he was notified in an email of his removal over the weekend with no explanation. In an interview, he said he was, quote, extremely disappointed, end of quote, adding that he was committed to the mission of the office and its staff who represent the best of public service. Dellinger was fired in a Friday evening email from White House personnel. He noted in his lawsuit filed in Washington federal court that special counsels can be removed by the president, quote, only for inefficiency, neglect of duty, or malfeasance in office, end of quote. Dellinger was also confirmed last year by the Senate for a 5-year term to lead the watchdog agency. Dellinger said in an email, quote, "The effort to remove me has no factual or legal basis, none, which means it is illegal." End of quote. He's seeking a court order finding that his termination was illegal and reinstating him as the special counsel. What his agency does is it investigates whistleblower claims of reprisal, can pursue disciplinary action against employees who punish whistleblowers, and provides a channel for employees to disclose government wrongdoing. What they're doing is they're removing all of the guardrails. You notice they removed all of the inspectors general. No, we don't need y'all help. We got this. Now they're removing people set up in these agencies that are supposed to that are supposed to protect the whistleblowers. Whistleblowers are people who are going to go in there and say, hey, they're doing illegal shit over here. Hey, they're doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing. And now you're firing the people who are supposed to protect said whistleblowers. This is the stuff that I'm talking about, because we have people, a large swath of the American population, that's just sitting back like it's nothing to do, nothing to see here. And when they wake up from this catatonic state that they're in and try to say something about it, all of the things that they knew to be in place to protect them when they open their mouths will be gone. Friend, make sure you got a VPN. They love coming for people. If you don't have a VPN, listen, let me tell y'all something. If you don't have one right now, go and invest in a good VPN. Where's Cams? Cams, if you're still in the chat, Cams, can you put the link to one or two good VPN services that people can get? Because you need to go invest in a good VPN. Why? Because these people are going to try to come after you. They're going to try to go after people who try to sound the alarm, blow the whistle, or anything like that. This is happening. The house is already burning, and people aren't paying attention because the smires are small, but it's going to engulf the whole house eventually. In more news, I want to make this big so y'all can see this. Now, if y'all recall, last week, wait. Let me hold on, because I need to help y'all see. Hold on. Before I make that, hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all something. Hold on for a moment. Hold on for a moment. Give me just a moment, y'all. Because I need to show y'all this. Because I need y'all to see what I'm talking about. Where is it? All right, here it is, right here. All right, I'm going to... Now, I showed y'all this picture last week. This was just last week. I showed y'all this picture. We had a story about the dismantling of an actual agency of the federal government, one that was enacted and voted in by Article 1. This is the building for the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, right? Well, this is what it looks like now. That's what it looks like right now. On the left is the same wall of the same building I just showed you from last week. That is what it looks like today. Look over here on the right on the sign. When you go down to Pennsylvania Avenue and you start to go to some of these federal buildings, they have blacked out. That's not computer generated. That's actual black tape that they have blacked out the name of the U.S. Agency for International Development. They have blacked it out, blotted it out as if an actual federal agency that was voted on by Congress, this is what they've done. This is what they've done. They've actually done. This is not a drill. Because you will look at the sign on the left and think that, oh, you know how you can, put little black spaces over stuff on the picture. That looks like something somebody, did the little, oh, no, that's the actual sign. They've taken black tape and put it over the actual U.S. agency. The U.S. Agency for International Development is a U.S. agency, just like the Department of Education, just like the Department of State, just like the Defense Department, just like the Department of Health and Homeland Security. It's an actual agency or department within these yet to be United States of America. And they just went and said, bitch, take that shit down. This is real, people. This is why I keep saying, y'all, this is why I'm saying we don't have time to be focused on screaming like it's still November 6th. It is February 10th. Y'all got to get out of that shit. The house is fucking burning. And for all of these people saying, oh, the judiciary is going to help me, the federal government's going to help me. Let me tell y'all what's happening in a lot of these places. What's happening is there's so much chaos and disarray that the people who are working in these places are being forced out of their jobs, being told don't come to work, being locked out of the building. I got a story coming up. These people are being locked out of their buildings. And for all of this, oh, the judge gonna figure it out. I just read you a story where a federal judge had to go back and tell the administration, I ordered you bitches to give the money and the funding to everything until I make a ruling, and they still haven't given the money back. They do not give a damn about anyone. I got a story that's coming up that's going to show you they don't give a damn. So this is why, people, when I come up here, if y'all notice, somewhere around, I think the end of the summer, early fall, remember I stopped doing sugar spike segments last. I said, nah, we got to do sugar spike segments first. Because this stuff is more important than some of this frivolous shit that we got going on, y'all. I need these people to wake up. But I wanted to show y'all that I wanted to contrast, because I want y'all to know this is the same building. That's the front of the building that I showed y'all from the other day. And this is what it looks like now. This shit is real. So when I tell you that they could shut this bitch down and they don't give a damn what y'all got to say about it, they mean that. They mean that. I'm just saying. They mean all parts of that. So as you can see, they have already removed the signs for this actual department. Now, let me read this to you. The U.S. Agency for International Development has lost almost all ability to track $8.2 billion in unspent humanitarian aid following the Trump administration's foreign funding freeze and idling staffers, a government watchdog warned today. The new administration's rapid dismantling of the agency has left oversight of the humanitarian aid, quote, largely non-operational, end of quote. The agency's inspector general said. That includes a greatly reduced ability to ensure no aid falls into the hands of violent extremist groups or goes astray in conflict zones. The Trump administration's actions have quote, significantly impacted USAID's capacity to disperse and safeguard its humanitarian assistance programming. End of quote. And that's what the watchdog said. The watchdog also cited the risk of hundreds of millions of dollars in commodities rotting after staff was barred from delivering it. The inspector general, however, also noted that it has, quote, long-standing concerns about existing USAID oversight mechanisms, end of quote. Meanwhile, the administration and billionaire ally Elon Musk continued their swift dismantling of the aid agency. The General Services Administration, which manages government buildings, told the Associated Press that it had stripped USAID from its lease on its Washington headquarters. Let me say that again. The General Services Administration, which manages government buildings, told the Associated Press that it had stripped USAID from its lease on its Washington headquarters. Staffers who tried to enter the building to work today were barred from entering. Quote, go home, end of quote. A man who has identified himself as a USAID official told some. The eviction from the building, which USAID has occupied for decades, comes after a court late Friday temporarily blocked the Trump administration order that would have pulled all but a fraction of workers off the job. Even though that court order came, they didn't give a damn. They still did it. A steady stream of agency staffers dressed in business clothes or USAID sweatshirts or t-shirts were turned away today. Some were denied entry to their offices to retrieve their own belongings. Two workers groups that sued over the targeting of USAID asked the court to find the Trump administration in violation of the judge's order. Despite the judge's instructions, some workers were still locked out of USAID's system. The judge ordered them not to do this, and they still did it and didn't give a damn. Moreover, the government steps immediately before and since the order suggests, quote, the government intends to continue taking potentially irreversible steps to dismantle the agency, end of quote, before the court can issue a final ruling in the case. Another hearing is scheduled for Wednesday. They want to completely dismantle this stuff, and by the time the courts figure it out, everything's all dismantled, and now you got to have a whole long overhaul of trying to put everything back together again. A mess. A mess. In more news, now this is listen, everybody come to the whiteboard. If there is not a single story that you pay attention to today, this story is the story that you need to pay attention to. This is the scariest story that you're going to hear today. This is the story that's the most alarming of all of the stories that you're going to get today. Let me read this to you. President Donald Trump and key members of his administration are lashing out at judges who have blocked some of his second-term agenda, suggesting they don't have the authority to question his executive power. So far, the courts have pushed back on Trump's attempt to end birthright citizenship, freeze federal grants, and the overhaul of federal agencies like USAID and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We'll get to them in a second. Over the weekend, the administration hit another roadblock when a federal judge temporarily restricted Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency from accessing the Treasury Department's vast federal payment system, which contains sensitive information of millions of Americans. Musk accused the judge of being corrupt and called for him to be immediately impeached. Vice President J.D. Vance also said he's done for. uh, um, also said that he questioned the judicial oversight over the executive branch. In an interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos last year, Vance suggested a president can ignore a court's order, even a Supreme Court order he considers illegitimate. Quote, if a judge tried to tell a general how to conduct a military operation, that would be illegal. If a judge tried to command the attorney general and how to use her discretion as a prosecutor, that's also illegal. Judges aren't allowed to control the executive's legitimate power. End of quote. And this is a quote from over just this past weekend, yesterday to be exact. Now, today, a federal judge for the first time said the Trump administration defied a court order when it came to halting Trump's federal spending freeze. We talked about that earlier. The judge ordered the government to, quote, immediately restore frozen funding, but it hasn't happened yet. Trump was asked yesterday about Vance's comments and some of his setbacks in court, and he said, quote, when a president can't look for fraud and waste and abuse, we don't have a country anymore. So we're very disappointed, but with the judges that would make such a ruling. But we have a long way to go. No judge should frankly be allowed to make that kind of a decision, end of quote. What we have here, let me cut to the meat and potatoes of this. What we have here is them saying with their chest, we don't give a damn about separate branches of government. Everybody having checks and balances and oversight on everybody. They are going to the dictatorship. We tried to tell you people, and even the people who tried to tell everybody that we were careening toward a dictatorship, some of those people are now blind to what's going on. I need them to wake up. They are saying, damn your democracy, damn your checks and balances, damn there being an Article 1 and Article 2 and an Article 3, all co-equal branches of government. What they're saying is it's Article 2 and everybody else will fall underneath Article 2. They're willfully telling you we don't give a damn about a judge's order unless that judge's order is in line with what we believe. That's what they're telling you. When they tell you we don't give a damn about a judge's order, that means they're gonna do what they want to do. So while you have, like I told y'all, while you have these people waiting for there to be this savior, thinking that Article 3, which is the judiciary, which is the judges, is gonna magically save them and keep the guardrails up, they're saying, damn you and your Article 3. We don't give a damn. We're still going to do the shit we want to do anyway. I just already gave you two examples. The first one with the federal funding of grants and so forth. The judge ordered them to immediately restore the funding. They still haven't did it. The judge ordered for them to halt in their dismantling of USAID. They done took the damn sign down and evicted them from their building and locked people out of their jobs. Even after the judge's order, they don't give a damn. The house is on fire. Well, L Love, I've been saying that since 2020. Hey, L Love. Right, the informed. SCOTUS did set this up. Sure the fuck did. Listen, that's why I am here, y'all. I want to keep y'all informed. I'm not here to scare you. I'm not trying to be an alarmist, but I do want you to know what is happening. I don't want any of y'all loved ones, people you care about, to go in this thing blind and not see what's going on and not be informed. Because left to ourselves, they're not going to give us all of the stuff, give us the whole picture. And we see many of our family, friends, and loved ones have checked out. They don't want no parts of politics. They don't do politics, but the politics is going to start doing them. Now, that's why I wanted to talk to all of the Kamala supporters, because I need them to wake up. In more news of the house burning down. So you now CFPB is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, right? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau protects us as citizens, okay? This is an entity that we need, desperately need, okay? This is the entity that protects us from price gouging. This is the entity that protects us from all of the things that businesses can do nefariously to us. That's what this organization is, okay? Well, they're dismantling this as well. I shouldn't say dismantling, has dismantled them, okay? Let me read this to you. Where did my thing go? Just lost my place. Now, remember, we had Russell Vaught that was just confirmed. Well, he would be somebody that would, be in control of all of this. Let's read this. President Donald Trump's newly installed chief of the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau told all of the agency's staff today to stay away from the office and do not work. And that was sent via an email. The move followed a weekend decision to shutter the CFPB's Washington headquarters, idling a federal agency of nearly 2,000 workers tasked with enforcing consumer financial laws. Quote, employees should not come into the office. Please do not perform any work tasks, end of quote. And that's what acting CFPB Director Russell Vaught said in an email to all staff, because once he was confirmed to be over the OMB and they didn't have a director for this organization because they had fired them, they just made him the interim or acting director, right? One of the authors of Project 2025, mind you. Vaught, a longtime budget hawk, took control of the agency on Friday. He is architect of the right-wing policy manifesto known as Project 2025, which called for the CFPB's abolition. Efforts by President Trump's administration to neutralize the agency escalated over the weekend as billionaire Elon Musk's Doge gained full access to CFPB computer systems. Vaught ordered a stop to all oversight of consumer financial companies. Let me say that again. Ordered a stop to all oversight of consumer financial companies. Now, Elon Musk, I put this quote up from Elon Musk. Let me let y'all see that if you can't see it, to show y'all. He's already said CFPB RIP and put a headstone. a grave headstone, because they're trying to kill this. The informed, you can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Y'all let me know if I'm having audio issues. Can y'all hear me? I don't think people really understand what the CFPB does and how it protects people. The CFPB was created as part of the sweeping 2010 Dodd-Frank financial reform law, part of an effort to ensure a sole agency was charged with monitoring the financial well-being of consumers. The agency does not receive direct funding from Congress, but rather requests its budget from the Federal Reserve. Vaught has already said he intends to seek no new funding for the CFPB, which currently has cash reserves of over $700 million. Now, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, the top Democrat on the Senate Banking Committee, who first proposed and helped launch this agency, posted a video today in which she said she was, quote, ringing the alarm bell, end of quote. They are trying to kill CFPB. Elizabeth Warren and Representative Maxine Waters, who chairs the House Financial Services Committee, they said they will meet in front of CFPB's headquarters today to demand answers regarding this takeover by Doge. But we see what that's gotten them, because every time they go to these places to try to get in, they get locked out. This will have sweeping ramifications on anything you can think of, including the stock market. Including the stock market. Well, Lady D, they said they don't give a damn about you, no judges' orders. They don't give a damn. They're not going to do it anyway. They're going to do whatever they want to do. They don't give a damn. I don't have as much time to spend on this. It's already 6:20. Dear God, L. Teddy, dear God. Let me move on. Well, Doge staffers, that moved quickly. Staffers in Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency are now resigning over uncovered racist posts. One staffer, Marco Elias, a 25-year-old member of Elon Musk's cadre of young engineers who have been storming various government agencies, resigned his position today when the Wall Street Journal uncovered his old social media account, which featured numerous. Now, this happened on Friday, right? So he resigned over his racist tweets, right? One of the racist tweets said, quote, "You could not pay me to marry outside of my ethnicity," end of quote. Another one of his tweets said, "Normalize Indian hate," end of quote. Well, he resigned over his racist tweets. Well, Elon Musk has already said he's going to hire him back. JD Vance said, "We will be hiring him back." Donald John Trump also said, "We will be hiring him back." So even though these people are outright racists, who first of all weren't qualified to be in these positions anyway, and should have been forced out. Oh yeah, they'll be back. Racism, oh, we need all parts of that. That's what your American government says it needs all parts of. Just wanted to make you aware. We'll move on. In our last sugar spiky story, now this is going more in the line of some pop culture, so this will be a good segue into the dossier. TDE, which is Top Dog Entertainment, they have been accused of doxing alleged sexual harassment victims in an amended lawsuit. TDE finds itself hit with additional accusations in a suit against the label by two women accusing two of the company's executives of sexual harassment. The record label, which has artists like SZA, Absol, and Schoolboy Q, and used to have Kendrick Lamar on their label, is now being accused of doxing the two women in an amended version of the women's lawsuit. None of the aforementioned artists are named in the lawsuits. The company sent a press release to many outlets, including the one that I got this from, on February 1st, after the first lawsuit broke. The statement that or the press release that they sent, named the two women who had filed their lawsuit anonymously. So even though the lawsuit said Jane Doe 1, Jane Doe 2, when TDE put out a press release about the lawsuit, they put the women's name on there, doxing them. As a result of TDE releasing the plaintiffs' names, their complaint alleges that the women, and I'm not going to put their names out there, received messages saying that they should be, quote, raped and killed, burned alive, and sexually harassed, end of quote. And this is from the people that's been storming their social media. Because you people are fucking vile animals. I'm not talking about y'all here in the chat. I'm talking about these people that are out here storming these ladies social media, saying that they should be raped and killed and stuff like that. You people are vile. And the fact that this record company just so, flippantly dox these ladies, they knew what they were doing. They knew once they put those two ladies, those two women's names out there, that the crazies will go and do stupid shit like this. Like, this shit is vile. They knew exactly what they were doing and did it anyway. A mess. Let me move on before I spike out. Yesterday, the Super Bowl happened. Congratulations to fine ass Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. They won Super Bowl 59. This is Jalen Hurts' second Super Bowl, but his first Super Bowl victory. If you recall, he lost to Kansas City Chiefs. I believe that was 2 years ago. The Philadelphia Eagles lost to the Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. And that was Jalen Hurts' first Super Bowl. So now in his second Super Bowl, he not only got a victory, but also won Super Bowl MVP. And we're happy for him. We like our quarterbacks black. We also like our black quarterbacks that love black women. His fiance, black. His agent, black woman. We're here for this. All of it. Now, I know y'all watched the Super Bowl yesterday. It was a blowout. Let's be clear. Kansas City Chiefs got dog walked, okay? They got monkey stomped. They got dish ragged. They got mollywopped. Now, the score was 40-22. That 22 points came at the very end when nobody was paying attention no more. The game was already over, and it was just like, girl, whatever. Girl, you want to get these little raggedy points. It was at one point, what was it like? I think it was 40-6 at one point. I think at one point it was 40-6. Or was it 37-6? It was like a 31-point blowout at one point. Like, it was like, girl, what are we doing? And this was in the fourth quarter. Like, can I say this? I'm gonna say this. The people descended from the Caucasus Mountains loves them a team like Kansas City. You got good old boy Andy Reid, good old boy white boy Andy Reid, who's the head coach, whose son murdered someone. His son had the DUI and murdered a little girl. Remember that? And he got off, still working for the team. Remember that? They got Patrick Mahomes, who has just the right amount of blackness to him. He got enough blackness where his hair's a little curly, and maybe he got some stuff going on downstairs, but not enough blackness where it's menacing. He got that right amount of blackness, and he got him a white woman attached to him, so that gives him the right about. His politics seem to be in order. If you get my drift. They got the Travis Kelce's of the world that tried to act black and appropriate black culture when he had a black girlfriend, and then him and the black girlfriend wasn't together no more, and he went and got with the mayonnaise mama, and now all of a sudden he, back to being a white boy. Remember when white people tried to take ownership of the fade, the shadow fade, and acted like that was some new thing that Travis Kelce invented? Because we live in a day now where it's kind of hip and cool to have a black quarterback, right? But they like Kansas City because they got a black one, but he ain't too black. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the Lamar Jacksons of the world. Both of his parents ain't black. He got just enough blackness. I'm just going to put it out there. Y'all can get mad at me. I don't give a damn. I'm just telling you how IT is, how IS is. I'm just saying. But this ain't about the Kansas City Chiefs. I was sick of seeing them hoes anyway. I'm glad they got monkey stomped. Shout out to the Eagles. Now, Saquon, I need you'll find out. You need to go over there and do something about that fiance of yours. But I don't know what to tell you. Saquon gonna be Saquon. He wasn't always with the Philadelphia Eagles. He was up there with the New York Giants for a good bit. They like that kind of shit up there anyway. But we're rooting for Jalen Hurts. That's what we was rooting for. Now the only problem I have with Jalen Hurts, he picked the wrong fraternity. He's a Q, you know what I'm saying? And he can't be perfect. Had he been a noob, he would have been perfect. But everybody gotta have mistakes. It proves that they're human. Okay. Xavier or Tracy, can y'all go over there and see if Really Be got a live setup? Let me know if she got a live setup, y'all, please. Thank you. Saquon got that white girl as his fiance, and she has a whole lot of racist tweets and stuff like that. Like, she's real racist, and so people been calling his dog walking his wife, not his wife, his I think is that his wife or fiance? I don't know what that white heifer is, but she ain't shit. I'm just saying. Actually, Saquon did not play a good game yesterday. They pretty much stifled Saquon yesterday. Saquon didn't get a whole, Saquon had been doing well all season. Their running game had been real well all season. Thank you, Tracy. But he didn't play well yesterday because Kansas City defense did. Kansas City did have a good run defense. So, those down to the members only chat. We got some new Saquon Barkley pictures going on down there. Y'all know where to find it in the members only chat. Shout out to the members. The commercials, they didn't really do a whole lot for me yesterday. Some ones that I remember, that Snoop Dogg and and Tom Brady commercial. Y'all could have kept that fuck shit. You talking about two Trump supporters at this point, because in my book, Snoop is a whole ass Trump supporter. He's a MAGA at this point. He's already proven he's MAGA, so he's MAGA. We know Tom Brady is MAGA. And these are the two fuckers talking about, oh, we no reason to hate and all of that stuff. Oh, y'all doing this, and y'all over here backing a bitch that's hating everybody and building hate within this country. Suck my ass. I looked at that Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady commercial and wanted to shit in their mouths. That shit pissed me off. Every time I see Snoop Dogg at this point, that shit sets me off and pisses me the fuck off. Like, I really looking at Snoop Dogg at this point, and I might not have been this way had he not came out and told us that we were the problem. Remember, he just made that video saying we were the problem and not this bitch who he went out here and doing concerts for and shit. Girl, every time I see Snoop Dogg at this point, he make my ass itch. I want to shit down his throat. Raggedy bitch. Them hoes make my ass itch. They do. Raggedy bitch. That commercial pissed me off more than anything. Now, the Martha Stewart commercial, I don't know what the Martha Stewart commercial with her dancing and the AI and stuff. Girl, I don't know what. I was like, what is happening? The commercial that made me really laugh was the commercial with the seal that had the head and face like Seal, the artist that did this new rendition of Kiss from a Rose, and then you saw Seal on the boat saying that's a rather good looking seal. That took me up. That sent me on the glory. When that seal had Seal's face on it and then Seal himself came, baby, I was sitting on the glory. Sitting right on the glory. I said, oh, girl, girl, child, I do, Harold. Child, hey, Catherine Powell. Child. I wasn't mad at it, Golden. Seal said he got bills too, but that shit had me dying. That shit had me dying. I was like, what is this? A mess. A damn mess. Anyway, but shout out to Philadelphia Eagles and Eagles fans everywhere. They won themselves a Super Bowl. I believe it's their second Super Bowl win. I believe because they had the one a few years back. And now they got this one. So shout out to them and fine ass Jalen Hurts. Of course, we know that the halftime show was Kendrick Lamar. Now listen. Me personally, I loved it. Great symbolism. All of the things were happening. All of the fuck yous to America. I was here for all of it. All of the hate on Wheelchair Jimmy. I'm here for all of it. I'm not going to go through all of the symbolism. I'm not going to go through all of the metaphors and allegory. You can go somewhere else and get all of that information. I'm just going to say I loved it. I was here for it. I loved his performance. I am going to say this because our next story talks about Lil Wayne saying that he feels that he was right because people were saying that they were underwhelmed. People are saying that they were underwhelmed by Kendrick Lamar's performance. Can I say this? And this is going to come out harsh. And I'm somebody who loves rap music. So I want to see rap music. But by and large, the Super Bowl does not lend itself. The Super Bowl halftime show doesn't lend itself to rap music. Not yet. I think we have some more years where the millennials start to get into their 40s and 50s. When millennials start to get into their late 40s and 50s, we may be yet at a time where rap music can, but we still have a good majority of um watchers of the Super Bowl. We still have some baby boomers, huge swath of Gen X. And a lot of them, you have to give them pop. They need something that they can sing along. The Super Bowl has a lot of people who don't really watch sports that'll watch, people from other countries, people. So, and while those of us that love rap music, yes, we can sing along. Gen Z is gonna sing along, know every word. Most millennials and young Gen Xers gonna know every word, but there's still too large of a population that watches the Super Bowl that's not ready for that yet. And so they need more pop where they feel like they can dance and they could do some of the little cute dances or sing along. They're just not into rap music like that, like we may be. And so that's why you see a lot of people saying, oh, it's underwhelming. Oh, I don't think it was as good. I mean, people was acting like they wanted him to do Beyonce's Coachella performance or something. Like, I thought it was great. I thought the imagery was good. I thought everything about it was phenomenal. It's one of those performances you have to go and watch multiple times because you're going to miss something. You're absolutely going to miss something. And for all of those people that got some shit to say, Lil Wayne and his fuck shit said some shit, and all of these people got some shit to say about fucking Lil Wayne. Do we not recall we just watched Rihanna a couple years ago get up on stage and not fucking move? That whore held the mic, was pregnant as hell, did not move a lick, did not sing a lick, and got off stage and had a bunch of dancers around her. Ain't do a goddamn thing. And there was not that much outrage about that. But y'all got all this fever for Kendrick Lamar, who gave us everything we wanted. Shout out to Serena, who said a big fuck you to Kendrick Lamar, too. It's not to Kendrick Lamar, to Wheelchair Jimmy. That's her ex. She was petty. Just like Kendrick Lamar was petty with his A minor chain and everything. I was here for all of it. All of it. Okay? Don't nobody care about Rihanna. Rihanna was awful. That shit was horrible. She was pregnant. She should have told us she was pregnant when they asked her to do the shit. She should have said, baby, I'm a little too pregnant. Y'all need to find somebody else. That performance was horrible. I thought Kendrick was wonderful. The human cockroach, Lil Wayne, we ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say. Sir, go to fuck with God. Chad Ochocinco is in the news. Here's the video.
Where we were in action and she said in my ear, go deeper. Stay with me now. And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of PP.
You do understand the cameras are rolling? Who you are now,
Yeah, completely
is
different.
manufactured because it was surgically enhanced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And And I'm comfortable saying that. And I can tell you that. This is something you would never be able to get on TV. That's why we on your show.
So basically, Chad Johnson says, women can get breast augmentations. Bitch, I got breast augmentation. What? BKZ Empress said BKZ Empress said, I want to fight.
I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. Who want to fight? I want to fight.
Now, we have down to the members only chat. We've already looked at and examined the meets down to the members only chat. Shout out to the members. Y'all know where to find it in the members only chat. Y'all know where to go. It's all up in there if you want to go look at the meets. Now, I know several women one who is very close to me. I know about 5 women personally who done got their back blown out by Chad Ochocinco, and all of them said he's blowing backs out. All of them says yes, he's rearranging internal organs. So maybe maybe he got the surgery early on. I don't know. I wasn't there. I ain't listen. I don't know what the man was working with back when he was had the little peen, and now he went and had dick surgery and got a big peen. Baby, I don't know. I wasn't there. I ain't got shit to do with it. The man said he has a surgically enhanced meat. That's why it's so big now. Okay, get it how you live. If women can get breast augmentations and get bigger titties, why men can't get dick surgeries and get bigger dicks? I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. But if you want to see what he working with, go on over to the members only chat, and we can go ahead and handle that for you. Okay, go members, y'all know where to find it. Child, it's in the members only chat. Anyway, moving on. Donald John. I don't know how the surgery works, Siberia. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't had no surgery on what I got going on. So I don't know. I feel the same way, Ravine. You ain't have to tell nobody. The ladies always talk about how big that man's penis is. You could have went to the grave with that dog. Nobody needed to know that. L Love said little peens need love too. I'm just saying. Child, they listen, Ronald. I think he had that seal up in there. Baby, I don't know, Ronald. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm not. Don't look at me. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Now, what I do know is Chad Johnson is also good for trolling. Let's be clear. So I would not be surprised if in another day or two he gonna say, "Nah, I was lying. I'm just trolling." Because Chad Johnson is good for trolling. Good for trolling. Okay. Jason says, "If you build it, they will come." I'm not doing this with you, Jason. Cha. Yeah. Anyway, we almost out of here, y'all. We almost done. Donald John Trump has said that he's going to take over the Kennedy Center. Now he's appointed a interim chair. He fired the chair of the Kennedy Center. If you recall, during his first administration, he was the only sitting president since the Kennedy Center came to be in the late 1950s that did not attend the Kennedy Center honors. And that was because some of the people that were honored said, "I'm not going and sitting down and meeting with that man." And so he never went to any of the Kennedy Center honors during his presidency. And so now he wants to dismantle the Kennedy Center honors because he says they're too woke and have too much DEI, and he needs to take control of it. So he fired the chair. He's fired the board, from what I understand. And he's going to put his own people over it, over the Kennedy Center, and they're going to focus only on the greatness of America and start doing stuff to celebrate the 250th anniversary of this country. Let's hope we get to our 250th anniversary with this country still intact. Yep, that's what he's doing. Just so you know. Oh yeah, he said when they would they would have drag parties and stuff at the Kennedy Center. At the Kennedy Center. Oh yeah, y'all won't be doing that no more. Y'all won't be doing that no more. He said that's specifically why he's firing that whole board and the chair, because they allowed drag queens there. Moving on. In news, you should also know now that pay attention to this, kiddos, especially in Texas or surrounding states, or if you got family in Texas that make visit. While they used to say that measles was eliminated in these yet to be United States of America, now we talked about this earlier, about a week or two ago, about some cases, an uptick in measles cases. Well, the numbers have gotten greater. This is a highly contagious disease that is airborne. And now they have a whole bunch of cases of measles in Texas. And these are little kids that have measles. It's already been deadly in the great state of Texas. I'm not going to be an alarmist, but I want you to be informed because remember, they done shut down the CDC. Well, they ain't shut it down, but they stopped the CDC from sending out a whole lot of information and advisories. Now, the Texas Department of State Health Services has started to issue alerts about the rise of measles in Texas, specifically Gaines County, Gaines, and the surrounding areas. But I just want y'all to know because they're not giving us the information that we need. And the CDC was put on halt from giving advisories and telling people anything. The more you know. Just want you to know. Kanye West got deleted from Twitter because he's an idiot. We don't care. They're saying that it was because of the anti-Semitic rants. But to me, when you made a replica of the sweatshirt or hoodie that Cassie had on when she got beat by Diddy and thought that was cute, yeah, you should have been immediately wiped off. You should be wiped off of everything. Go the fuck away from us, Kanye. Go to hell. I have nothing for him. In our last story, this is a recall that you should know about. And it affects my favorite coffee shop. I'm not a Starbucks person. I'm a Dunkin' Donuts person, okay? So please be clear. This is a problem for me. 2 million baked goods have been recalled over listeria concerns. Now, you know, listeria was the situation with that broccoli down to the Walmart. Dunkin' Donuts happens to be one of the facilities that has where the baking goods have been recalled. Approximately 2 million baked goods, including some donuts and coffee rolls sold at Dunkin' Donuts, were voluntarily recalled last month as a precautionary measure, or according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and FGF brands. The recall, which was completed in early January, was issued by manufacturer FGF brands for products made before December 13th, 2024, and officially implemented on January 7th, 2025. However, the FDA did not release a press statement at the time. The recalled items included a variety of donuts, eclairs, French crullers, and coffee rolls. FGF brands emphasized that the recall was not due to product contamination, but rather non-product related findings at one of its U.S. donut facilities. The company confirmed that no food nor food contact surfaces tested positive for listeria and that all products currently on the market are completely safe to eat. That's what they said. When I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I only get coffee. That's what I'm there for. I'm there for coffee. Okay, I'm here for the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Now, when y'all start to say that the coffee is a problem, bitch, we gonna have a real problem. We gonna burn this bitch down. Because I don't go to that Starbucks to get that mess. I'm here for Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That's it. That's all. It's Dunkin' Donuts coffee and then the rest of that garbage. Okay? Garbage. Okay? When y'all start having recalls on my motherfucking coffee down to the Dunkin' damn Donuts, then we're gonna burn all this bitch down. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm not here for none of this shit. When y'all start fucking around with my goddamn Dunkin' Donuts coffee, we gonna have a real problem. We gonna have a real problem. Okay? A real problem. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get y'all out of here. I know we got to get over there to really be. And I know Ravine finna go over there and tell really be that I made y'all late. If she go over there and do that, y'all tell on her and say she lying. Y'all just say she lying, okay? I'm just saying. Y'all don't let Ravine go over there and try and snitch me out. Okay. Aquarius, the only real sign. Don't let her go over there and try and snitch me out. Hey, Paul. Rolling up in my class late. Lord. Anyway. Listen, y'all, if you had a good time today, go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat. If you had a good time today, that's all we got today, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't be looking like that, Ravine. If Ravine go over there with the foolishness, y'all tell y'all snitch Ravine out. Snitch her out. Aquarius, when you go over there, don't let Ravine try and snitch, okay? Because y'all know she be trying to snitch me out. Anyway, y'all, I'll be back tomorrow. As I always say, I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Really, we going to give y'all all the Super Bowl breakdown more than I did. So, y'all, I'm going to send y'all over there. Y'all hang tight. And I'm going to see y'all over there until tomorrow. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Hold on. I'm sending